What's up, guys? This is Nathan from Redneck TV Nation, and this might be my last YouTube video. And this video has been, some people have been waiting on this video. This is my response to the Brian Foxwell thing, okay? So, I'm gonna start in the very beginning, okay? So, about why this isn't just gonna be him. I'm gonna get to that. So, you gotta listen to the full thing to understand everything, okay? So, I've made a YouTube video. Well, I have since then, but the long break was 6 months. So here's why that happened. A little bit more than 6 months ago, there was a falling out in our family. So that's family matter. I don't want to get too much into it. I'll just tell you what you need to know pretty much. I've had 3 brothers. One of them died when I was a baby. I don't remember him, none of that. The second one, he's 28, and my other one's my little brother named Matthew. Well, my second oldest brother, we had some family issues. We had a falling out. Not saying who's wrong, who's right. All that matters is we had a falling out, and I can't see my nieces anymore. And I was very close to them for a long time. That was really hard on me because I was just really close to my nieces. I really cared about them a lot, and it's crazy because I haven't seen them in close to a year, and when you're talking about a 12-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old, they change so much when you go that long without seeing them. It's crazy, and it was really hard on me. So that was one of the reasons. I'm not trying to give my guilt story. I'm just trying to tell why I was off YouTube, and then I'll get into what happened. So after that was kind of happening, my grandfather, he had a fall, and he wasn't doing too good, and the fall really caught my attention because there have been times when I could have went over to see my grandfather, but I didn't, to do something stupid, like play a video game or something stupid that doesn't matter in the end. And guess what? I don't remember what video game I was playing when I didn't do that, but I'm sure I would have remembered if I hadn't gone and seen my grandfather. So my grandfather started to go downhill. He was pretty much losing his mind. He was in a rehab place, a terrible rehab place. And eventually, he was getting worse and worse, so we took him back to the hospital, and they told us that he wasn't going to live. And we told him that, and he was just kind of shocked by it, but he wasn't, like, sad. He was like, wow. Like, you could just tell in his eyes that he knew he was going to die, and that was really hard. But after that, they took him off all of his medications, and then 4 days after that, he was dead. The last time I saw him, we went to his house, and he was in one of those beds, and he was just laying completely still. And they say when you're like that, your brain is awake, but your body's asleep. So he knew whatever we said. It was really confusing, but he knew whatever we were saying. He couldn't like talk and do anything like that. And I had to go to school the next day, and I knew that was going to be the last time I ever saw him. So we're getting ready to leave, and it was just me and him, and I said, I love you. And he kind of went like this. He barely moved his face, so we knew that he heard us. But he couldn't do anything, and that was it. And I took one last look at him, and I left, and I went to school. And I was on the bus coming home, and of course, that's all I was thinking about that entire day. And I texted my mom, and I said, is he okay? And I could tell she read it, but she didn't answer me. So I got home, drove over to the house immediately, and he died right when I sent the text message. That's the exact time he died. And, I mean, seeing him again I didn't want to see him die, but, I mean, until someone actually dies, you're always going to say, I wish I could see them one more time. That's just the way it is. I didn't get to see him another time. I'm not sure. It may be a good thing I didn't see that happen. That could have been traumatizing. But after that happened, the amount of guilt came back because I was thinking of all the times I could have went to see him, but I was being a dumbass. I was playing a video game or something. I didn't do it. I was making a YouTube video, doing something that doesn't matter. And I could have been seeing him. Think about that. I have to live with that for the rest of my life. That's tough. And I'll always regret that. And that's the main reason I quit YouTube. How can I ever sit down and make a YouTube video without thinking of the time that I did that instead of seeing him. Because when the disowning happened, I was not the same person. I mean, I did some stupid things I regret. I got into some bad things. It was bad. But then I decided to make YouTube videos again. I decided that my grandfather would want me to have fun and do that kind of a thing. So I made a YouTube video. And I was talking to Brian. And I'm not proud of this. I'm not. But it wasn't, none of this was legit. This was planned just to get views. That's the truth. I'm not proud of it. And I'm not saying it was Brian's idea. It was 50-50. We both knew what was happening. We were both agreed with it. Okay? Now you're probably wondering why I'm doing this. It kind of feels like I'm shooting myself in the foot. I mean, Brian, you said that I felt guilty. I felt guilty about it. Well, I'm just gonna lie just for some views. My grandfather would be ashamed of that. That's not the way I am. I can't do that anymore. It's bull. I just can't do it. Now, Brian, you said that I was making fun of the worst YouTuber, which was me. If all YouTube is being able to make 3 videos, bang, 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 lie to your fans, and not feel bad about it, then you're right. I am the worst YouTuber because I can't do it. And that probably puts you somewhere near the best. But guys, I'm sorry about this whole thing and why it happened and the lies, but I can tell you one thing, we're going to move on. I'm not going to do it again. What I am going to do is beat Brian statistically with numbers. That's the way I'm going to retaliate. Now, you might be asking if this was all staged, why was I actually mad at him? Well, I'd love to tell you. Friday at school lunch. First of all, Brian and I think we've had what I like to call too much exposure. Sometimes when you're friends with someone, you don't always want to be next to them. Like, you don't want to always be with them. Because then it makes it to where it's like, I'm always around this person. It makes you not want to be near them. Well, we were at the lunch table, and Brian started making jokes about my little brother, okay? I laughed at the first one. I laughed at the second one, just joking. And I got pissed off. And I got it from my side. I've lost one brother, and I have one brother that I haven't seen in almost a year. Am I really just going to sit there and let him make fun of my brother behind his back? Do you guys really want to follow someone that talks about a freshman behind his back? That's a really cowardice thing right there. And I thought, am I really going to lie to people that actually chose to subscribe to me just to get myself views, but in the same action get someone like that views? And I couldn't do it. Okay, now, I told Brian if he reacted to this, that this would be it. Like, between videos between us, there's still going to be competition, but no more videos if he reacted to this. Now I'm interested to see how this goes, how much he edits out. And he has 3 YouTube channels. I guarantee you he's going to watch this on one of the other YouTube channels before he does the reaction. I'd love to see proof that he doesn't. But I'm almost guaranteeing you that he does. But we'll have to see. It doesn't really matter. And Brian, never talk about my little brother again. I'm overprotective of him. I mean, I'm overprotective of him. It is what it is. But that's not going to change. This is the first time he's done something like that, but it just really pissed me off. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'm sorry about what happened. To make it up to you guys, I'm gonna post some very good fishing videos, and we're gonna bounce back from this, but, I mean, I was really thinking about just quitting YouTube after this. But can't get rid of me that easy, Brian.